can take my hand in the flood. Welcome all. We are back with the next installment of Horizon Forbidden West. So on the last adventure, Aloy and myself decided to help out Zoe in order to initiate a reboot sequence for her land gods, So, Ti, and Do. And what I thought was actually kind of funny is it kind of reminded me of Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do for some reason. Okay, so anyway, we had to go through several different areas to be able to find the land gods themselves through some challenges of taking out some metal flowers and initiating the reboot signal. And upon our third and final land god, we finally got to go one-on-one with the Stormbird, and let me tell you, it was a fierce battle. I mean, even the machines at the very beginning, we were going up against the Bellowback and the Plowhorns. Those machines were still pretty tough. Dealing with them like all at the same time can be very challenging. And the Stormbird itself was very challenging, and I pretty much had a smile on my face almost throughout the majority of the fight. You know, was primarily trying to stay focused as well, but I love the Stormbird so much, and it was a great battle. We got the reboot signal taken care of, and now we are on over here at the base, ready to take on the Cauldron, the Lost Cauldron, Gemini. I'm hoping that's exactly what this is going to entail, so let's make our way inside.
It's about time. I thought we would never get into the game.
Open sesame! Look at this place. Do we have... that's what I thought. Look at it. The metal flower has joined us. This place just looks all too homey now.
Welcome back.
Hi, Gaia. Let's make it a little more pleasant in here for you, Gaia. I don't remember if it does like reset when we start talking. I forget.
An excellent choice.
You're welcome.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is HEPHAESTUS itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing HEPHAESTUS will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
HEPHAESTUS would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Just what we need, right? More therapy. You'll be making yourself useful soon, buddy. Okay, there is Alva. Let's talk to her real quick. Want to see how she's getting along.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
Okay, we'll ask about the Quinn, and then that will be it. We'll go ahead and head onward for Gemini. We won't prolong it too long.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
There is quite a lot here, so I think that we have gotten our fill for now. We'll return. We'll ask her some more questions about things later.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Yeah, like I said, I really like her character. Whoever plays her, well done. You have convinced me of her personality and her depth as a warrior. Okay. Into the pit.
Aloy.
Okay, I didn't remember what was over here.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
All right, we're going to give her some tough love, guys. Tough love.
The only way we can end the risk of that happening is by stopping the Zeniths for good. And in order to do that, we have to get Hephaestus. The Zeniths are a threat to everyone, Beta, not just you. So find your courage. That's easy for you to say. You still have no idea what they're capable of. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
This is going to be a tough mission, I can tell. But we're going to make it. We have to go forward. We have to be strong. We have to be brave.
Excellent and encouraging.
And there's our brave man right there.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. Right? I'll only be safe from them when we succeed. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
We did it.
Whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission. Hello again, Aloy.
Don't act like I wasn't just here.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron, Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
We are ready to get this on.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
I'm thinking this is going to be a huge mission. This mission is going to be like a game changer. Probably. We'll see. The fact that we're having like so much buildup and now like everybody's getting involved, I can't see this. Obviously, I can't see this being like the final mission. There's just no way. There's too much. Hey, it's the Sunwind. It's time. And we're inside already.
All right, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my Cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my Cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Imperative escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Activated. Engaging autonomous defenses. Directive. Neutralize.
That means machines are on their way.
Here we go, baby. It's about to get crazy.
Get ready.
Here they come!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
Yep, I probably needed all that.
Stay back!
Aloy, help!
Get back!
nothing I could have done.
Hold on!
Over here, you!
Somebody's dead. Yeah, 2 of them at the same time.
Aloy, need a hand over here!
There goes the weapon.
Right away from Beta!
Okay, so I need to change weapons real quick. I need to bring out the Tripcaster. Okay. And then... let me see if there was one more that I wanted to... yes, okay. Actually... wait till his corrosive wears out.
Get back! Over here, you! Aloy,
It's really
get a hand
angry.
over here! Right away from Beta!
Okay, better.
Stay back!
I'm looking for the, I'm looking for the Ravager's weapon, but I don't see it.
Get back!
Aloy! Help!
Over here, you!
Well, okay, we're out of stamina.
Aloy, need a hand over here! Right away from Beta! Stay back!
That's not what I wanted to do,
Really
dude.
angry!
I held it instead of just holding down. Okay.
Get back! Over here, you!
Uh-oh, get out of there.
Aloy, need a hand over here! Over here, you!
Come on, you know you want to run over it.
Over here!
That did some damage.
Aloy, here's some ammo. Right away from Beta! For the forward! Stay back!
That's all of them for now. You two okay?
All right, Hephaestus, you're next.
You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have...
Bust of what?
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core. You don't, Hephaestus!
Nice try.
Woo! That's the best save I think I've ever seen.
Glide in.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feet. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
Okay. Let's wait until we've used the last one. Sometimes, you know, we really gotta be careful when it comes to using, you know, using our materials like that. I mean, if I have like 2 out of 3 of those weapons, I want to absolutely make sure that I'm not just gonna completely, utterly waste the echo shells just for 1 arrow. Rather go ahead and just wait until I'm completely out. Okay, we got a little more there, so we'll still continue to be cautious in that regard.
It's some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
Back into the core. Follow the conveyors. You guys know what time it is. Okay. I must say that Hephaestus surely sounds intimidating. That's one thing that I really like about this subordinate function.
I gotta find where Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of places I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good. I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
Power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
Okay, so this is likely how we're going to jump on to get our ride on over, but you know what we're going to be doing here. Finding all the good stuff. Whether it's sent to the stash or not. We have returned to Gemini.
Welcome back. I'm glad you decided to return.
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shields.
Hey there! I say let's get back up to this one up here. We probably could have caught our ride that way. There we go.
Just a little longer. Okay. Drive Hephaestus out of here.
Okay, a couple more shots at the Cauldron area, guys, with the machines lurking below.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks.
Will it see me from up here?
Machines first.
Nope. But it's the Apex. Is it the Apex version?
Time to let go.
I just wanted to make sure that it's turned around before I get a chance to do that. Yeah. Long leg. Uh-oh. Oh, here comes the other one. Everybody took a hit. Throwing rocks now, are we? Coming back with the tail swipe. Okay now. The Apex was no match for us. Who else is down here? Anybody? Okay. That's what I was trying to grab onto. I'm coming for you! We'll take everything that you can give us.
Engage your structural analysis simultaneously.
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Whoa! It's the first time that's happened. There's quite a few in here. Where'd that come from? Come on back up. I'll search this floating pod here. Whoa. Had the tripcaster out by mistake. Uh-oh. Guys, I don't know what to do. It's just there's too many. It's not the fact that there's too many of them, it's just what to do in like these situations where they start coming at you like this. Okay, that worked out. I mean, that really worked out, actually. This one's just like, I'm waiting down there. I got nothing better to do. I don't know.
Can't take.
Announcing Slaughterspine 82% access.
Okay.
You got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt HEPHAESTUS' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
You were useless! Alright. Like I was saying, it gets tough when there are just multiple machines in here, and you really gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful with what you're doing.
Caster 1-1.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Okay. The difficulty spike. I mean, it truly is something in this game.
Now this'll do some damage.
I mean, just even on the normal difficulty, it is super. It has gotten so challenging this time around that yeah. I mean, I was definitely.
Let's just cover the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy!
I'm trying.
More machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
right? Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
Where is the next spot I can go to, actually? Are we going over?
Got it.
They're doing damage. I have got to get out of here. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm taking a minute. Being in this tunnel real quick. Let this stuff drain out. Okay. I actually just tried to use this trap and she just didn't even try to set it. What is going on? Why won't she set the trap? What is happening? This is just getting crazy. Just you can't do anything.
Here we go again.
I can't slide. I can't use any of my abilities. I am so fucking overwhelmed right now. I have never been this overwhelmed before. This is just insane. Whatever that thing's doing, I think it's disabling me from being able to use my abilities. This is so fucking weird. Okay, we got the smoke bombs now, so I'm not gonna try to be playing around with these guys. But seriously, that was so strange being overwhelmed like that. I still can't use my bow. I'm wondering, is this game glitched right now? Is this seriously glitched and will not let me use my weapons? we needed that. This thing is not dead yet. It's hanging on by a thread. Okay. Here come more. But how many more, though? Okay. There we go.
And there. Node access restored. Now you can override it.
What craziness this has been.
You barely made it through.
This has been probably one of the toughest battles so far. And I knew that I was going to be in for some craziness, and that's exactly what has been going on so far. But I absolutely have no idea what that was earlier. I don't know if that spike snout had some type of power that disables me from using my weapons, which, of course, you know, it would make sense that the machines have something of the sort just like that. They're allowed to jam your focus. So, having something that disables you from using your weapons, it doesn't surprise me.
Okay. Hephaestus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful. Whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Intruder targeted. Capture, repair, Cauldron Tower. Infiltrating Cauldron. You shut Cauldron violation. You are a violation. But...
Alright, here we go, guys. It's the big one.
Will be terminated. Deploying priority. S mark.
Scan it first. This thing's on its legs at the moment. I think it's charging up.
what do we have? Let's see.
I could take out its tail, stop some of its attacks.
Now, its tail, what I wanted to do is I wanted to target it. There we go. Oh yeah, that's new.
It's gonna explode any second. Maybe one of my potions can help.
I don't have one. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how we could have even avoided that anyway. Dodged it that time.
Maybe Bridgewater can do.
Couldn't get out of that one. I can't get the tail, man. I cannot get it. That's not going to be good enough. I love this fucking music. There we go.
And it dropped a heavy weapon.
Yeah, good luck getting to it. That's gonna blow up on me. I'm not gonna have a choice but to take it. Why is she crouched? Yeah, I don't really have a choice. I don't even know where his weapon is. Yeah, it's right over there. I swear to God, it feels like she's moving in fucking slow motion. Hey, we needed that. I'm still feeling like I need to change my weapons real quick. Let me go ahead and we're gonna utilize an older one. I haven't really gotten hardly anything to give us ice. Yeah, let's go ahead and replace it with this one. We need to get some ice arrows like stat. There was nothing I could do to dodge. I mean, I was already kind of leaning in on one way, and I couldn't get out of there. It blew up on me. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do against this thing. I don't know what to do against this thing at all.
I should scan it first. Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. It finished charging. It's covered in plasma. Plasma's gonna explode in a second. Maybe one of my potions can help.
Can't do anything. Oh. Blew up on me again.
Powering up.
I tried to dodge, just couldn't do it.
Maybe church water can work it.
Can't dodge it. About to get blown up on again. Takes your half your health. Oh my god, this is insane.
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
Just insanity. Insanity. What a battle. Sometimes when you get into damaging an opponent, or you just get into fighting, you just don't want to stop. You just want to keep going, and it can be painstaking when your methods are not working or you're just being overwhelmed, and these machines are so overwhelming. Okay. They're so overwhelming.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
And we have returned back to the main chamber where it seems that everybody is okay.
Uplink's holding up?
Aloy, the bypass is done.
Do I talk to her? Okay.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
And we better get started with the merge.
It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Hephaestus, you're coming home to Gaia.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Look at them working in unison as the music carries us to the next phase of the mission. The finishing phase of the mission. So majestic.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at
it. Ha! Serves you right.
Ooh! Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around!
Now we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed. Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
What happened?
Beta.
And her hair was just like, I'm up too.
Varl.
All the things I never got to ask him either.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Sounds like a good idea. Interlude.
Why did Tilda bring me here?
I had a feeling that Varl was going to sacrifice himself. I mean, when they were coming in, Aloy was on her back. I was like, Varl, I'm sorry I said all those things about you earlier, man.
What was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker?
Huh? Hey, man, that shit has not been cleaned out for a little while. Let's make haste.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
We complete all missions, no matter how big or small.
A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Yeah, okay, it's just kind of crazy how we, of course, go through all that trouble of capturing Hephaestus and, oh, the Zeniths won't find us if we have, two different Elizabeths, depicting like two different signals, in in the cauldrons we were in, and then we had our other colleagues in the other cauldrons too. But obviously, the Zeniths knew exactly where to find us.
My favorite pairing. On the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
Yep, we saw this one, and we got this one now. Lost at Sea.
The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's Lidded Ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial?
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
All right, we got all of it. But this isn't anything?
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling.
Okay, she just has something to say about it. That's about it.
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness? Out of grief? It's hard to watch her suffer.
I didn't see her mouth moving, so she must have been saying that in her head.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more. Or come upstairs and we'll get down to business. Your choice.
I'm coming. I ain't got no other choice. What are you talking about?
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on HEPHAESTUS, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
Can I at least choose what I want to eat? Okay, that looks like a delicious selection.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
I held focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Oh man, so we're going to be here for a while, as we already have been here for a while. I'm going to go ahead and ask all these questions before we get into what the next mission shall be.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Whew, that one's finally done. On to the next one.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
It's all Gerard's fault. Gerald, I think. Yeah, whatever.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Aloy, you need to eat. Your energy's low.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including HEPHAESTUS.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way, Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the Cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
Well, I do appreciate the food and whatnot, so I am grateful for that.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now, finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
Sounds like a good idea to me. All right. Time to ask you about Silence.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
Doesn't sound like it's a battle that any of us are willing to dive into, except for our Far Zenith woman here.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life, not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
Don't we all? Woo! Hold on. The icing on the cake, guys. Alrighty, here we go. Y'all still with me? Okay.
First Varl, now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
We hate that resolution around here.
Look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of HEPHAESTUS will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When.
She's confident.
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Now that was a beefy story mission. Now I wonder, what if we would have found this place prior to all this? Jesus, look how like much like Vista and land there is to this game. There's so much. Yeah, so we were like back in this area. Who knows what all is back here? There's too much to do!
Anybody remember the Hunger Games?
What else can we do here? Anything?
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood. Must have heard it.
The bellowbacks right outside our door. I'll head back to the base in a sec. I just want to kind of get a look around of this building. Tilda's house.
Of course, this is what you're doing.
This'll break my fall.
The inevitable first battle with the Slaughterspine. Crazy, incredible, challenging, and just all too much for my skills of being able to handle it. But somehow managed to pull out something from beyond the grave in order to get the victory. And we will mourn the loss of Varl on the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this playthrough of the Gemini mission, please make sure to stay connected to the channel. If you also want to express your condolences for Varl, we know that this is such a heavy time. I can't begin to express how Zoe's gonna feel, Erend, and the rest of our gang, who've come to love Varl and everything that he's been about. He's been with us since Zero Dawn, helped us through our battles there. If it wasn't for him, Aloy wouldn't be where she is right now. So we pay our respects to the man in the comment section below if you would like to. And make sure to slap a like on the video because it does help with the engagement here, and I would very much appreciate it in this beefy video that I have put together for you guys. So next time we will dive into the wings of the 10, and I hope that you're ready for the 10 to take us all back to
I can't stop thinking about Varl.
the end. I don't know. Until next time, guys, we shall conclude for now.